Hello everyone, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. I had an idea to do an altered calendar, and I was looking on YouTube to see if I found other people having done them, and there are some different kinds of things out there. So I don't know if this is something you guys have seen so many times and I just didn't know it or not. So I apologize if so. I have found some calendars at the Dollar Store, and you get two for $1. And I'm gonna do this bigger one, but you know, it'd be really cute to do the smaller one as well. You could even use like a 6x6 paper pad really easily. So you know, I might, but at the same time, look at these beautiful butterflies that I have if I decide to just use the butterflies in a journal of its own. Aren't those beautiful? So, you know, maybe there's a butterfly journal coming up. Anyway, so I am going to do this bigger one. I have a page all set up. I hope I can get through it without making too many mistakes. Since I just finished up my fall journals and I still had paper scattered about my desk, I decided to do a September one first. So that's what I'm going to do today. So that's my September flower that we're going to cover up. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm hoping that you know, it's really thin. It's you know, $1, so it's thin paper. So I'm hoping it doesn't make it so that the calendar is unusable. So we'll see. It's going to end up being a really fat calendar, I have a feeling. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be reaching across because I've got my layout kind of sitting up above here. I have my pages, my paper is pre-cut, so all I have to do is just glue them down. So we'll get started. It's Saturday and did some yard work again this morning, and then I had to run into town with my daughter. We just got back, and I've been working on trying to figure this out, you know, since yesterday, and I've, you know, in and out of the craft room thinking about what to do, and finally got it, I think, all figured out. And I have actually a moment all alone to myself in the house. Very rare, especially these days. So I decided to quickly do a video. And I'm hoping that my husband doesn't decide to come home right in the middle of it. So I need a towel here. It's okay that there's glue smeary because it's all going to be covered. It's fine. So I just thought it would be fun, you know, to make a calendar and create kind of like a junk journal page layout on each of the pages. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, my next layer. I'm just hoping I get it all back the way it was, and that I get my layers in the right order, because, you know, I want some on top and some on the bottom. So I'm hoping I get it all right. Which is the front? I think this is the front. Okay, that blew off my hand a little bit. I'm reaching across. I'm sorry, I've got to reach my stuff. Okay. So this one I want on top, and I want this one kind of underneath. I have to kind of space it out first. I don't want that stuff showing underneath. So let me get that covered. So I'm thinking maybe right around in there. So just over to the left of the hole a little bit. We'll glue this one down. I think I put a little too much glue on the last one. Didn't need quite as much as I put on there. So I don't know if I said yet, but I did get my my Etsy shop opened, and it's Coffee Paper Scissor without an S Co. Coffee Paper Scissor Co. If you're interested in going and looking. I only have 2 things listed so far. It is definitely a learning process for me to figure out all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, if you already do Etsy, I'm sure you remember just getting started on it, and if you don't, wow, I had no idea that it takes a long time. It's a lot. So I've gotten 2 things on. I've got some more things to put on, I just haven't done it yet. Okay, making sure. I think that's wrong. This is wrong. Oh, hold on. Hope I can get it up okay. It's not terribly wrong. I just wanted that to be showing on the next page. Shoot. Real-time crafting. And you know this isn't thick paper that I'm glued down to. Oh man. Okay. That's not gonna happen. That's okay. That's okay. We'll work with it. Let's go ahead and get this glued down. I'm sorry if I'm wiggling the table. So on this one, I had just a kind of an orangish paper, and the other day I found at a thrift store a stamp that I thought, okay, well, you know how they sell bags of stamps that people have gotten rid of, and you think, well, I want that stamp, but I don't want all of those stamps. It was a bag like that, and I thought, what on earth would I ever use that particular stamp for? And then I used it. It's this one here. I don't know if you can see that, but it has like little specks, and it really helped the page quite a bit. The design of it, I think it was just the right thing. So you know, you never know when you might use one of those things that you think you would never use. Okay, so because I messed up, let's see here. See, I was gonna stick that underneath. I didn't want a straight edge. Now I'm gonna have to tear that edge. Doggone it. Which is fine. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer, is all. So sorry about that. I thought I was all prepared. And I'm trying to get as close to, you know, like a straight tear as possible so that my page doesn't go all wonky. I do have a tear ruler, but I don't think it would work for just that much paper. It's one I think I found at a yard sale. It's pretty old, it's metal, and it's very sharp, like I think I could cut myself with it. It's like a little razor blade on the side. It's pretty crazy. Okay, and these are actually in 2 pieces. Let me grab my glue stick. I left them doubled up so that it wasn't see-through, you know, because this ledger paper is so thin. I thought you would be able to see the image behind it if I didn't leave it doubled up. So you think I can get it lined back up on there? It's pretty good. I'm going to be covering that edge anyway, so. Okay, so let's ink this up real quick. Again, I like to use the walnut stain. I like how dark it is. So it wasn't a terrible disaster, right? I did want that music paper on top, but that's okay. So that's going to be like that. Okay, I'll go ahead and glue that down. Close my... This has been open so long it's not blue anymore. So I've been thinking, you know, what's the next month? Of course, October. I've got an idea. I have some scrapbook paper that I found that I think will be really cute to do something with for this. So, but now I'm thinking, even though it's September, I'm thinking about, you know, decorating a calendar page theme-wise. So I'm thinking about all the other months of the year right now. Down. It worked okay, I suppose. My husband just got home, but he must have seen my sign. I have a little sign on the door that says recording. So okay, next. So I want my numbers to show a little bit, so I'm just kind of go on the side of them like that. Let me know if I'm forgetting something. I figure then when the calendar isn't, you know, when the year's over, then I can use this page and cut it up to be used in junk journals, so it's not going to be wasted. Okay. Good. All right, and then sorry about the reach. So I've got one last page to do, and I'm going to tuck this kind of under it. Sort of in there, I think. So I'll glue that one down first. Let's see, I think we were over a little bit maybe in there. All right, then the last one. We have like smoky air right now. I'm in Washington State, Eastern Washington. I don't know where the fire is. I don't watch the news. So it probably sounds horrible, but I don't watch the news. So I know there have been fires in Washington a few hours away. I don't know if it's from that or if it's from somewhere else, but I woke up this morning and I could feel it, like my nose felt yucky and my throat, I keep having to clear my throat. It's not as bad as it has been in the past. In the past here, it's been awful, just awful, but this year we've been very lucky not to have too much trouble. But it's out there for sure. Just want to make sure my pages aren't getting glued together. And a little bit, yep. Still sticky. Okay, next layer. I have this that I'm going to glue down right next to these numbers. I thought it'd be cute for the numbers to show. So yeah, if you can go out and get yourself a calendar, then you could do this too. It would be fun. You could do it along with me. Like I say, I think I'm doing October next, just because, you know, it's on my mind. So I do believe that one will be next. Okay. Then I have this big old cutout from a piece of Tim Holtz scrapbooking paper. This was also from that page. Yeah, I can see how this is going to be a chubby calendar when it's finished. Hopefully I'm not shaking the desk with the glue. I moved the glue to a different place from last time because I know I shook the desk. I rewatch my videos to make sure that there isn't anything too terrible. And it's a good thing because one time I recorded a whole video and then I was watching it back and somehow it went to slow motion after it had started. Like part of the video was in regular motion and the second part of the video was in slow motion. So I don't know. So I go back and I watch it before I upload it to make sure I'm not uploading something that isn't going to even be watchable, because that was not watchable. I was like, why are my hands moving so slow? And then I heard the sound and my voice was moving really slow too. Okay. Next, I have this little, I'm going to kind of just set it up here to see. I don't want to glue down until I know exactly what I'm doing, because I'm going to end up making a mistake and I will be sad. I just have kind of bits. Okay. I'm going to stand up and look down at it. What do you guys think? Not too bad, right? I think that's good. Okay. So right about an inch up and about a ½ inch over. Okay. I hope I'm talking loud enough. Let me know. Leave me a comment to let me know if I need to focus on talking louder. I don't want to be a mumbler, but I also don't want to yell in your ear. That's not good, is it? And then it begins, doesn't it? Once you touch it, it's just all over. Okay, we're getting close to being done, guys. I'm going to go ahead and use the fabric tack just to make sure, since I'm going down onto fabric. This piece of paper I stamped with a handwriting stamp that I also found at, I believe, a secondhand store. I'm telling you, people get rid of some really good stuff. So this is just a piece of like resume paper or something like that that I found, and I think I might like this over just a little bit if I still can. Yes, I can. Anyway, some resume paper, and then on top of it I stamped this handwriting stamp, and I love it. I've used it in several ways. Like, you know how sometimes you have scrapbooking paper that you think, ugh, that stuff's hideous, I'm never going to use that. If you stamp over it with something, all of a sudden it has a new life. So it's this. I love this thing. Okay. Actually, I even, I keep saying, I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to. I even, I said it again, distressed along the edges of the fabric here. So make it a little dirty looking. I'm going to stand up and make sure that's straight. I think it's pretty good. Okay, and we'll get the bird glued down. So this was also on that 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. So I used most of it. Well, you know, the images part of it. It's hard to tear this paper, actually hard to cut too. I don't have a lot of Tim Holtz paper. And so this was my first time, I think, really trying to cut or tear it, fussy tear or whatever. And man, it's some sturdy stuff, which I guess is good. I wanted his tail over the fabric just a little bit. Okay. We are almost finished. So this, I'm just going to kind of run the glue on here. Okay. And then this is going to run off the side. I meant to kind of give it a... Have you guys ever cut it like that? Should I try it? I don't know. I don't want to ruin it. What if I ruin it? I'm not going to do it. Good decision. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm going to lay this here and I'm going to use it as a guide on where I want my glue. Okay. We're almost there. I'm going to have to put some weight on top of this because it's, you know, wanting to curl a little bit. So this one, this piece here, I'm just folding it over to give it a little bit of fluff. And I'm not going to put much glue on it so that it has a little bit of movement. I'm just putting enough for it to stick so that this is kind of loose over here. And then this one, I wanted to have also kind of a something. So it's not just laying there. Maybe a little like that, and then I'm going to put this button down. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Get some of this glue off my fingers. And then this last bit we'll just glue down with the button. I'm giving it a good glob. Okay, there we go. That is September. I actually think I really like it. How fun. Okay, you guys should go out and get a calendar. Like I said, there's two. You could do a small one for a gift or the big one for a gift and then use this one for yourself. So I'm gonna see what it looks like on the other side. Well, you know, it's a little bumpy. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bumpy. But I don't care because honestly, I like the picture. So anyway, there we go. And if you thought maybe you didn't want to do it, if you're giving it as a gift and you didn't want to do it on one of these more inexpensive calendars, you could go get a higher end calendar and maybe it wouldn't do that to the paper. Anyway, I hope you liked it. And like I said, next we'll do October. I hope you join me for it. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.